base on did your sobriety come into this as what helped pulled you through? Do you think that any other time in your life that you wouldn't have been able to handle this because of drugs and alcohol, but your sobriety really helped pull you through this?
Absolutely. Because I got sober 2 years before I was arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's no big secret that I'm an alcoholic who partied really hard for like 22 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got sober, I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking if you can do it normally.
Sure.
And I don't, good for you if you can drink normally. I can't do that, right? I just can't.
Right.
So when it finally came to the point where my life was just basically over, and I'm like, okay, I gotta quit drinking, or else I'm just gonna die or go insane or something. I learned very, very swiftly that the best way for me in early sobriety to deal with that was to stay in the moment and not think too far ahead in the future and deal with the present moment. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If I started thinking, I'm never going to be able to drink again, I'm never going to be, my life is I'm just going to have this horrible, boring life, then I would have been like, screw that, I need to drink. Or, if the urge overcame me and I was like, this is going to last forever, I'm always going to feel this horrible way because I just quit drinking, I would have just said, screw that, and start drinking again. But if I stayed in the present moment and realized, okay, this is going to pass, I just got to get through this moment.
Mm-hmm.
and do the right thing, which is, in fact, not drink because it was going to kill me. I learned to stay in the moment and do it, one moment at a time, 1 hour at a time, one day at a time, and just stay that way. That served me immensely well in prison.
Uh-huh.
Immensely well, because I didn't know, whether I'm going to go away for 5 to 10, whether I'm going to be away from my home, my family for 5 to 10 years in a foreign prison. And if I started thinking about that, like, oh my God, I might go to prison, I'd freak out.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to pull back and be like, okay, dude, you're okay. Right now, in this moment, no one's like, you aren't in Afghanistan getting shot at.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Okay. You have a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and shelter. Clothes on your back. It sucked, but I had it better off than people in some places I've been. So I had to stay in that moment and realize exactly where I was and the reality of my situation. And yes, treat it with the gravity that it deserves, but not just get lost in the potential negative